Look, man, just control the controllables. Stop wasting your energy worrying about things that you can't change. Stop wasting your energy worrying about things that you have no control over. Stop wasting your energy trying to figure out why a person did this or figure out why a person did that. Like, that's their life. At the end of the day, people are going to do whatever it is they want to do, no matter how you feel, no matter what you think, no matter what you think they should do. Like, people are going to make their own decisions. People are going to move how they want to move. They're going to do you bad. They're going to treat you right. Like, whatever they want to do, bro, they're going to do that. You have no control over that. All you can do on your end is give your full effort. All you can do is have pure intentions, treat people the right way, love people the right way. And if they decide to walk out of your life, if they decide to go down a different path, like, it is what it is. Like, let them do what they want to do. Stop wasting your time, stop wasting your energy worrying about things that you can't change. Worrying about things that you can't control. Stop wasting your time and your energy worrying about what other people are doing. That's a game that you'll never win. That's a game that you're going to lose every single time. Like, you only stressing yourself out and frustrating yourself trying to force things, trying to control everything, trying to force people to stay in your life. Like, no, bro. Focus on what you can control. If people don't like that and they want to go somewhere else or they want to do something different, like, let them do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't control what people do. You can't control the weather. You can't control other people's opinions. You can't control what society does. You can't control the economy. Like, you can't control none of that. You know what I'm saying? Control the controllables. Control your habits, your effort, your attitude, your intentions, your response to challenges, the things that you do on a daily basis. Like, control those things. And the right things in life will find you. The good people and the good people with energy or the good situations, the good opportunities, like, they're going to find you when you simply just focus on the things that you can control. When you simply just control the controllables. Like I said, bro, when you focus on the uncontrollable things, bro, that's only going to lead you to stress. That's only going to lead you to burnout. That's only going to lead you down a spiral that you're never going to be able to get out of. Like, a lot of people worry about the question why. We all ask the question why in life, whether it be in relationships, whether it be with jobs, whether it be just life in general, we always seem to ask why. But that's really not a question that we're able to figure out, ever. Ever. We try to figure that question out for so long. We try to find an answer to that question for so long. But in the process of doing that, we're only causing ourselves to stress. We're only causing ourselves to go down that spiral that we don't want to go down. Because, like I said, that's an answer that we'll never know. Why did this person treat me like this? I don't know. Why did this happen the way it happened? I don't know. Like, we're never going to figure that out. So, as long as we just focus on what we can control, bro, like, that's where the peace comes from. That's where the clarity comes from. That's where the confidence comes from. That's where the growth comes from. Yeah, somebody might have treated you bad or did you bad or played with you, whatever. But as long as you know that you gave everything you had, as long as you know that you gave your full effort, like, at the end of the day, it is what it is. At the end of the day, everything happens for a reason. That's how you just think about those things. When you know that you did everything that you could for a person, you did everything that you could for a situation. It brings you peace. It brings you clarity. Like, you don't need, a closure. That makes sense. You don't need somebody to give you closure. You don't need somebody to tell you why. Like, you just know that it just wasn't meant for you. You know what I'm saying? It just wasn't meant for me. Whatever the case may be, like, as long as you know that you gave 100%, like, I can't stress that enough. You know what I'm saying? It just brings you so much peace in knowing that that person might not have been meant for you, or that situation or that job or that opportunity simply might not just, been in your cards. You probably prayed for something in your life, or you probably prayed that removal prayer, and God is acting on that. You might be asking, like, why is this person? And you think back in your mind, like, oh, I did pray about this. God is just protecting you from what you can't see. Like I always say, bro, God is never going to work against you. God is never going to go against you in anything. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he might pull people in and out of your life. He might give you different situations or different opportunities, but he's never going to work against you. So in times where you might be thinking, why is this happening? In times where you might be thinking, like, why is this person doing this or doing that? Like, just trust God, bro. Just trust God. Keep controlling the things that you can control. Keep controlling the controllables, and trust God throughout the process. Like, You have no control over anything else except what you can do. So identify what's out of your control and just let that thing go. Like I said, you can't control what people do. You can't control what happens in the world. You can't control the weather. Like, the things that you can control, bro. The things that you can move and you can do. But identify the things that are outside of your control and just let those things go. Let God handle those things. Bring them to God's feet and let Him pick them up. Let Him pick them up. Like, stop worrying about it. Stop having that anxiety. And that's something that I've been struggling with recently. Is really just trusting God with the things that I can't control. Like I think I talked about this before. Like, I like to try to control everything. Like, I'm just be honest. I like to try to control everything. I like to try to force people to stay in my life. I beg people, like, but I'm at to a point where, like, I'm just trusting God. If it's not for me, God's gonna remove it out of my life. If it's for me, God's gonna bring it into my life. Like, I have no control over that. You know what I'm saying? I have no control over what people do, but I know that I'm giving my full effort. I know that I'm giving my, purest intention possible. I know that I'm giving my love. Like, as long as I know that I'm putting my best foot forward and I gave everything I had, then at the end of the day, like, whatever happens, happens. Like, I have no control over that. Focus 100% of your energy on the things that you can control. Focus 100% of your energy on the controllables, and you're just gonna be at peace with a lot of things that happen in your life. Because, like I said, that you gave the most effort you could give. That you were the purest that you could be, the most genuine that you could be. And if somebody doesn't respect that, or if somebody does tend to walk up out of your life, or if a situation does not go your way, like, you're at peace with that because you know that you just control what you can control. And God is just removing that out of your life because it's not for you. It's not meant to go to the top with you. So stop giving power to what you can't change. Stop giving power to what you can't control, and just control the controllables. And watch how much peace and watch how much clarity and confidence and power you get back when you do that. Like I said, that's something I'm currently working on. I can't say that it's gotten better. I can't say that I have gotten more peace from just focusing on what I can focus on, from just controlling what I can control, and just trusting God with the rest. Like, that's it. Just trust God, bro. Do what you can do. Hold up your end of the bargain, and just trust God with the rest. But that'll be all for this video, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you like this video, go hit that sub button. We're on the way to 600 subs. Appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll see you on the next one.